So one of the trivia questions tonight was about Bruce Willis. And the question was, Bruce Willis played this character's, or played the father of
Elizabeth Hornswoggle.
Damn.
I just watched the episode they referred to her in.
Okay. No, it was
last night.
It was, they phrased it weird so that the answer was Ross. The father of this too young for this character's partner in Friends was the question.
Yeah. Rachel is dating Bruce Willis's character.
Correct. And Ross
is dating his daughter.
Because she's in his lecture.
Yeah, she's like a student. It is a funny ass episode though when they're both at the cabin.
And he's like, in the mirror, he's like, was it I'm a neat guy or
you're a neat, yeah, something like that.
You're a neat guy.
But I just can't get over the fact that like they love the movie Die Hard, but like
yes,
Bruce Willis doesn't exist in their universe.
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
That's right. You're listening to Namely 90s. My name's Andrew, and over there is Brandon.
That's me.
You can find us online at namely90s.com or on Instagram and Bluesky at Namely90s. You can also find us on YouTube every Monday at youtube.com/@namely90s. And finally, if you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/namely90s. Also, the 90s to get signed up for one of our support levels. You can support me getting those injections that like melt away your second chin.
Do you remember, like, probably like a decade ago at this point, Oprah had like a thing where she's like, if you do a bunch of tongue exercises, you can like strengthen the muscle down here.
Well, apparently you're supposed to first of all suction your tongue to the top of your mouth.
That's what it was. Yeah,
I don't do that. My tongue is too big, so it just sits between my teeth.
That's what they said. I mean, I just angle up or angle down and
it's up, forward, down. No, it's there. No, Oprah probably just had that injection. It's called Kybella, and they just like inject it into your gullet. And it just melts the fat away, but can apparently like melt other parts of your body. Yeah, exactly.
She looked good.
It was Weight Watchers. She looked acceptable. I mean, like
for her age,
she was probably wearing a lot of makeup.
Yes, she was on camera.
Oprah's kind of weird though.
Now that she's not like,
isn't she a little weird? No, I'm not talking about that. I mean, just like she kind of has this whole like, I don't know.
I would save you,
like
but
routine.
She's 70. Dang.
Yeah, it's crazy. Bill Clinton, though looking very old, is 1 year younger than Donald Trump.
Yeah, which was funny.
That's crazy. Yeah, the DNC was entertaining. There was a lot of talent.
A lot of
not just Ted Nugent. This is gonna be our first reference to this, but the RNC was just like Ted Nugent, Kid Rock, and the October Girl.
Hogan. Oh, we
have not referenced that once. No, I was kidding.
Oh,
I can't believe we have not. I don't even know what that's about. I just kept seeing things on Facebook, but I can read between the lines.
Then why did you bring it up?
Just because I wanted to make fun of the Republicans for that being the best talent they could get.
Fair. Yeah. Whereas the DNC had Lil Wayne, or no, Lil Jon.
They did. at the beginning of the roll call, they did turn down for what? I'm like, this is great.
Lil Jon.
Have you seen
right?
the comparison video of Republican roll call?
Yeah, it was like
Where
some
like,
elderly
from
lady.
Alabama, the delegation selects Donald Trump, and then it's just like scattered applause, and then you got the Democrats.
I didn't have time to verify this. Also, welcome to Politically 90s. I didn't have time to. I didn't have time to verify this, but I saw like some. It was from an account called Republicans Against MAGA, and they showed like screenshots of MAGA Republicans making fun of Tim Walz's 17-year-old son for crying.
Yeah, exactly.
And he is I don't know what the
term
term
is. Neurodivergent.
Is he okay? Neurodivergent. He is a neurodivergent minor, and they're making fun of him for crying during his father's speech, and calling him what's weird about because all the MAGA Republicans are trying to turn weird back on the Democrats, and it's just like it was like, oh, isn't it weird to have your child, like your male child, cry at your speech? What kind of beta male cuck are you raising? And it's like,
he has a disability. First of all,
yeah. And then the Republicans Against MAGA account is just like, yeah, this is not the party I want to be a part of, or the movement I want to be a part of. If you're making fun of a kid, a neurodivergent
JD
kid,
Vance wears eyeliner, or guy liner, as I heard someone call it, which is funny.
Very 90s.
Good times.
Seeing good times. Good time Politics. Fun show. What?
The what?
Oh, I was gonna say the final trailer, or the first trailer for the final episode of Good Time Fun Friends Driving came out today. The day that we're recording.
The Grand Tour, aka Top Gear 2.0.
Yeah. That's right, 2.0, because Clarkson had it before. Yeah.
It was. I mean, the specials were fun.
Yeah.
The trailer was pretty good. The specials were always fun, but I actually just enjoyed like regular Top Gear, where they had like segments and they did interviews. Like, I liked that a lot, but I understand why they couldn't like do that. And the format wasn't really working anymore. But
plus it was aping.
The challenge is the well kind of run dry,
True. Yeah. After you almost get killed in America twice.
It's so scripted.
Which it is, but also like it's entertaining.
The jokes are funny. Like, yeah, they're kind of beating a dead horse, but the jokes are still land for me.
And at the same time, there's still real people filming this. Like James May almost died running into that wall. And Hammond almost died twice now from different supercars. 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, he the jet car where his head dug a hole in the ground.
Jeez.
The Rimac electric car, and then he did one other thing.
One on the Grand Tour, or was the Rimac on the Grand Tour?
Yeah, that was the Grand Tour. He went down the hill. Flipped over the hill during that hill climb.
But yeah, and it was the next season that James May was in that tunnel and didn't realize that just stops.
Yeah, he got hurt there, and he got hurt another time.
Oh
he got stuck in like a towing rope, and he like whacked his head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dangerous show.
Yeah. A scripted my tushy.
Yeah, I did appreciate when they did the episode about it not being scripted, and they just like showed up places and they were like, "Yeah, you can't come here." But if you called ahead, we probably would have let you use the airport.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. Even though that also was scripted, it was entertaining. Yeah, it's the end of an era.
Yeah,
there's a lot of ends of eras, and it's making me a little bit depressed.
I mean, we're getting old.
Except with Marvel, no end of era in sight there.
Course correcting, baby. Deadpool and Wolverine was pretty good.
Yeah, except I think there's a small cadre of people who also didn't like that because people just can't be satisfied with anything.
I haven't seen anything about that, but I'm sure there are some people out there that are like.
I think the nice thing is they can still like recycle those people, but the problem is when those people become no longer recyclable, there's no one to pass the torch to. I think that's kind of the issue, you know.
That makes sense. I mean, there's so many MCU like characters right now that they need to like bring it back. Kill some off.
Just narrow the focus.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Like
narrow the focus.
Like a 45th president's, like a 44th president describing the crowd size of a 45th president. You just need to.
And comparing it to Martin Luther King's crowd size.
She's like, that was a thing that man said. No, I liked the broad.
The other thing is like Tim Walz is pulling in pretty big crowds, and JD Vance, there's like 30 people. Like, yay!
I liked the video of Trump like at one of his rallies with like a sparse audience and people just getting up and leaving while he's talking. Like, that was amazing.
Politics! What a time to be alive.
But of course, the real AI stuff is the crowd for Harrison Walls, because yeah. That's about 10 minutes.
I still can't get over the people like, I don't like either candidate. And you're like,
vote for RFK Jr. The man who takes his shoes and socks off in economy class on a plane and uses the bathroom without shoes or socks.
Like, saying I don't like either one of them is like I'm an asshole, but I can't admit it. That's kind of what you're saying.
I feel like that's worse. I feel like it's saying I am distinctly going against our bicameral system just to be anti-system.
I think it's people who are afraid to just say they're Trump supporters.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's usually what it is. Or just like it's just like your parents. Like anytime your parents or parents in general are like, I just don't like either candidate. And you're like, why don't you like Kamala Harris? Because she's a woman. And you're like, do you even hear yourself talking? Like, yeah, that's literally the reason I don't like the sound of her voice.
It's like, yes, and to be fair, like
politics. The sound of her voice isn't excellent, but that's not a reason not to vote for her.
I mean, I personally, I don't like the sound of Trump's voice, so I get it. True. I can understand. I can relate, I guess, but I also can just make fun of it and move on. There's good voters on both sides.
Many big voters, big crowds.
A very strong independent voter came up to me, tall man, very strong, started crying, said, I don't know who to vote for. I said, vote for me. Yeah, but
Trump was boring me. Okay, there you go. Well,
yeah. Well, welcome to this episode. If you've read the title, you know probably what we're talking about. Did you hear they're making a Happy Gilmore 2? Happy Gilmore 2? Happy
I
Gilmore
did hear
2.
that. Sorry, I had to pull out a headphone because apparently at 10:23 at night is when we all need to be outside making a whole hell of a lot of noise. I hate apartment living.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh yeah, I bought a house.
When do you move into your house?
Maybe another couple or few weeks. We just got flooring installed. Anyway, sorry. Speaking of houses, Happy Gilmore opens in a situation where there's a tax foreclosure
on his grandmother's
occurring on his grandmother's house.
Yes. Great segue.
Yeah.
So you've seen Happy Gilmore?
Yeah. Oh yeah, many times.
Okay.
It's really distracting the amount of noise. I shouldn't. Oh, I forgot to. Okay, noise canceled. I forgot to do that.
Does that help?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Apparently, Happy Gilmore came out in 1996. They're making a sequel for Netflix because Adam Sandler has that Netflix deal. They're going into production or I think they're starting shooting next month. Is what I heard. Yeah. And big news this week. Adam Sandler confirmed cameo from Travis Kelce in the movie.
Don't care about that.
Yeah.
Favorite lines from the original movie, though.
Yes.
The price is wrong, bitch.
That's a good one.
Oh, it's a classic.
Bob Barker.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast, to which he responds, you eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Forgot about that one. That's a good one.
It's a good one.
My favorite is I'm not going to do it justice.
Doesn't it also have a chick from Modern Family in it?
Yeah, it's the Claire,
Julie
the
Bowen?
mom, Julie Bowen. Yeah, she's the PR lady that helps Happy out.
Falls in love with Happy. He Happy's his Gilmore. You know. Yeah.
Okay. My favorite quote is, dang it, where is it?
Oh, while you're finding that, what I didn't realize was super funny is his coach's prosthetic arm. Just like it gets funnier throughout the movie. It's like an outrageous like wooden arm.
Yeah. That's who plays it's
Carl
the late great Carl Weathers. Yeah. I know both Rip to the Max, Carl Weathers, Rip to the Max, Bob Barker.
And the lady who played the grandma died. She was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, she was like 98 then.
Yeah, she played a grandma in a lot of things.
I feel like she didn't die that long ago, which is crazy.
Really?
I'm gonna look that up while you talk.
It's his rant when the ball won't go into the hole and he just starts yelling at the ball. He's like, "Why don't you just go home? That's your home. Are you too good for your home?" Yeah,
I do say that actually. Sometimes I'll be just like trying to put something away and it won't go in the slot I want to put it in. I will actually say that sometimes.
Oh yeah, and there's SNL actor Kevin Nealon, who's he's in this.
Who's in the new one? Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, Drew Barrymore, Jennifer Aniston.
Those are the two options.
Ben Stiller, because Ben Stiller was in this one. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller underrated as the nursing home guy.
Short, untalented, not that funny. Blonde hair. David Spade.
Oh yeah. I mean.
And Rob Schneider shows up periodically.
I was gonna say Rob Schneider probably would just pop in. Ben Stiller's character when Happy leaves his grandmother at the nursing home. Can I get a warm glass of milk, please? You can have a warm glass of
shut the hell up.
Classic.
Oh man. Yeah, it's a classic movie. I made Kayla watch it with me recently.
Mm-hmm.
He found it funny.
It's a good one. I assume it's on Netflix.
And he doesn't do the voice.
Does he not do the voice?
He doesn't do the voice. The shibbity-doobity.
Yeah.
Anyway, so 2. What do we know about 2?
It's shooting next month. Travis Kelce has managed to get a cameo among a number of athletes cameo in the film, which includes Travis Kelce.
Wow, an exhaustive list of somewhat celebrities.
It's being written by one of the original writers, as well as Sandler.
And, where do you go with this?
Right? They don't know.
He comes out of retirement.
Yeah.
There's a younger golf player that he has to mentor.
I'm assuming he's divorced from Julie Bowen.
Is he down on his luck? Maybe a little bit.
Most likely. We're pitching it right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
David Spade comes out of nowhere to be another golf mentor. Like,
the kid. There's a kid, and originally he's really turned off to the idea of golf.
Mm-hmm.
But then circumstance requires him to compete in a golf tournament. Sorry, her. And she must embrace her father's love for the sport. They call her the golf club wrangler.
To reunite her parents. I'm gonna say Drew Barrymore replaces Julie Bowen in the film for some reason. Stars Adam Sandler's daughter, one of his daughters.
Who's like the villain? The antagonist.
Still Shooter McGavin.
You think? Okay.
In our version, definitely. He's a crotchety old pro player. Or no. What it is second act reveal that he's trained as the new mentee or the rival of the mentee of Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler gets in a fight with Drew Carey on the golf course.
Yes. So we could say the price is wrong, bitch, again.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Actually, we should just make the movie over again with the same beats.
Really, that's what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But first, let's cast 5 people you've never heard of, and then say featuring these people that you've never heard of and will never hear of again.
And that would be the cast of That 90s Show.
Yeah, I feel like a kind of bland white chick.
We're going to go with Kaylee Haverda, who plays Leah Foreman on That 90s Show. She's going to be Adam Sandler's daughter. And going to go up against...
It's a kind of bland white chick, right?
Yeah, she's Leah Foreman. She's... Yeah. Do feel bad saying that about a 17-year-old girl, but...
I said bland, I didn't say anything about, I'm just saying a general, non-memorable sort of, person.
Right. Which also would be Mace Coronel, who plays the younger Kelso. He's 20. Mm. I feel fine about making fun of him. And that's our pitch for Happy Gilmore 2. Hopefully it's better than what we just wrote here.
Who's excited? Yeah, that doesn't sound very good. I mean, it's going to be another one of those movies that it's just going to fall short of expectations.
Mm-hmm.
You probably watch it for the nostalgia, and then you just wish you watched the original movie at the end.
It's just on Netflix for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
there you go.
Hey, guess what I did the Namely 90s Minute on this week?
Gone with the Wind.
Not a 90s movie, but good guess. Good guess.
Quite frankly, my dude, I don't give a damn.
Great setup. Now let's toss it over to Andrew. Wait.
And now let's go to Brandon for the Namely 90s Minute.
Welcome back to Namely 90s Minute. Every week we look back at a culturally relevant show, movie, or piece of pop culture that probably helps stoke the algorithm. This week, in honor of Adam Sandler's new comedy special, we're looking back at one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies, Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore is a 1996 American sports comedy film starring Billy Madison, Daryl Dickinson from Thelma and Louise, Claire Dunphy from Modern Family, Apollo Creed, Zoolander, and the late great host of The Price is Right, bitch. The story starts with the titular character who is a short-tempered, unsuccessful hockey player who has a powerful slapshot but can't skate, who comes home from another failed tryout to be dumped by his girlfriend. The next day, he learns that his grandmother owes the IRS $270,000 in back taxes, and she has 90 days to pay them off, or else they'll foreclose on her house. He then sends her to a secretly abusive nursing home until he can figure out how to pay off her debt. While repossessing his grandmother's furniture, some movers challenge him to a long drive contest with his grandfather's golf clubs, and using a slapshot, he shoots the ball over 400 yards 3 times in a row and earns $40. So he decides to hustle golfers at the driving range to make money. While there, he runs into a former pro golfer who lost his hand to an alligator attack and gets convinced to enter a local tournament where the prize is an automatic spot on the pro tour. He wins the local tournament and becomes a fan favorite on the tour, and also meets Shooter McGavin, who hates his lack of golf etiquette. Though his drives are fantastic, his putting sucks and his temper gets the best of him, almost getting him kicked off tour, if not for being saved by the new golf PR woman due to his rating spike on television and among fans. Obviously, she becomes the love interest. contest. Shooter hires a guy to heckle him while on a pro-am with Bob Barker, and he ends up getting knocked the fuck out by Bob Barker, resulting in a suspension for a month and a fine. Love interest PR lady gets him a Subway endorsement in the meantime to help make up for his lost revenue, but Dara still puts his grandmother's house up for auction, to which Shooter outbids him for. They then make a bet for the upcoming championships. If he wins, he gets the house back. If Shooter wins, he quits the tour. He seeks out his old golf pro coach, who teaches him how to putt at a mini golf course. At the championship, Shooter and him are on the same card. Shooter hired the heckler again, who drives a car and runs him over, impairing his slapshot drives and focus. On the 18th hole, they're tied, but right before he tries to putt for the win, a damaged television tower hit by the car falls onto the putting green, so he uses his putt-putt skills to sink the putt and win. And that's Happy Gilmore in a Namely 90s minute. More or less.
And now, back to the show.
All right, I designed this episode to be Happy Gilmore or Adam Sandler related. He has a comedy special coming out, I guess. I don't know. I don't care. But here's a quiz that, are you able to do it on your phone?
I'm not on my phone.
Oh, okay. Then here's a quiz on BuzzFeed called I Know You've Always Wondered Which Adam Sandler Character You Are. Answer these questions to find out.
Who is Shibbity Doobity?
And the subtitle is sorry we can't all be Adam Sandler from The Wedding Singer. Some of us are destined to be Adam Sandler from Uncut Gems. Do you know Uncut Gems, Andrew?
Never saw it.
Oh, really? I thought that would be right up your alley.
I don't know. The beard was weird.
Yeah.
Weird beard.
Weird beard. Too weird. Big beard. Some say little beard, small beard, big beard. I don't know what I'm doing.
You ever notice when Donald Trump talks, it looks like when you open the mouth of a nutcracker. His mouth goes narrow in his teeth. We're going to go to the Capitol. We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
Is that not his New Yorker accent?
Yeah, but the teeth go down. He's like a nutcracker. All those nuts in his mouth.
Drain those swampy balls. What would you do for a Klondike bar, Andrew? Wait.
Would you kill a man?
What would you do if you found an envelope?
This is all over the place. Sorry, go ahead.
It's every time just like a half hour late. We're so freaking loopy. What would you do if you found an envelope with $1,000 in it? Would you try to find the owner and return it? Use the money to find a date, take it to the casino and double it, or give the money to your grandmother? I wonder what that one's going to get you.
I think I'd probably try to return it.
Yeah, I feel like I would try to return it too, but since you picked that one, I also liked the fact that it says take it to the casino and double it, not take it to the casino and lose it all. So it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed that I double it. So even if I do find the person to return it to, I get an extra $1,000.
Fair, I like that. It's pragmatic.
Oh hell yeah! I think this is Uncut Gems.
How do you handle uncomfortable situations? Throw a fit. Start singing. Blame it on a child. Make sure it doesn't happen to someone else.
I wonder what these ones all relate to. Sorry, I did not vet this one. I guess I would make sure it doesn't happen to someone else.
Damn it.
Sorry. Or do you want me to start singing?
I would blame it on a child. It's like blaming on the dog.
What is your favorite hobby? Golfing. Going to weddings. That's only 4 choices. Babysitting or betting.
So it's Happy Gilmore, the wedding singer, Little Nicky, right?
No. Babysitting is probably either Billy Madison,
the other one.
Or
Billy Madison.
Is this the last question too? Jesus.
And then betting
Uncut Gems. Yeah, it's that or not Mr. Deeds. Is it Billy Madison the one where? Yeah, no. Billy Madison. What's the one where he adopts a kid? It's one of the Sprouse twins. Mr. Dot, Mr. Dad, Mr. D. Oh,
Anyway,
my favorite what is your favorite hobby? This is the
going
only.
weddings isn't a hobby.
There's only 3 questions.
Betting. There's more.
You've chosen betting. No, I don't see any.
I chose it and that one came up.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. I guess I like frisbee golfing, so golfing.
All right, I'll take it. What do you do after messing up? Learn from it, double down, play sad music, or teach others how to avoid the same mistake?
I feel like that's just a repeat of the thing earlier, so I'm gonna go with play sad music.
Usually I double down.
And finally, which of these is your favorite? Helping others, playing sports, making money, or making movies? What?
You're gonna go with making money out of these choices. Can't play sports and can't make movies.
I like making content, I guess. So I'll choose making movies.
I pretty much chose everything for Uncut Gems, which is what I got.
Oh,
Howard
nice.
Ratner from Uncut Gems. You can't help but double down on the stakes, even when you're ahead.
I got Longfellow Deeds from Mr. Deeds. You can't. You can't help but do good things. You'll always make sure people are taken care of, and you hardly ever put yourself first. And is that Winona Ryder?
This is a trash quiz.
Yeah, it was.
You didn't know.
It's a community submitted one. I should have known. I feel like we should do it one more time to see. You got Uncut Gems? Did you?
Yeah, I did. I never saw it.
Well, since we have a little bit of time left, I'm just let's run through this one more time. What would you do if you found an envelope with $1,000 in it? Give it to your grandmother. How do you handle uncomfortable situations? Throw a fit. What is your favorite hobby? Golfing. What do you do after messing up? Double down. And finally, which of these is your favorites? Playing sports. Can you guess what I got?
It was Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore. You often act before thinking, which mostly leads to violent outbursts.
Not wrong.
Yeah. Wow. That was a
taking
quiz.
Advantage of the SEO, probably.
Oh yeah. This was from a year ago. But still.
Who was making this quiz a year ago?
Right? And 5 questions, really?
And they're so transparent.
Yeah.
They at least make an effort to conceal what the answer signifies, you know?
Right. Except, what's the last one for making money? I got The Wedding Singer. You are a hopeless romantic.
Wow.
You never stop looking for love, and even when things go wrong, you do it with a song in your heart. I'm sorry. I picked use the money to find a date, start singing, going to weddings. How's that a hobby? You said that earlier.
It's not a hobby on my computers.
Well, enjoy that visual on youtube.com/@naming90s. And making money was the last one. Yeah. We should do like an actual 90s political episode, right?
Probably.
Before
what did we talk about?
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Yeah, I guess we could have the 92 election. 96 election.
Yeah, we can talk about when Republicans were still a little bit reasonable and basically like more like today's Democrats.
Yes. Bob Dole. We did talk about Bob Dole.
Yeah, we did talk about Bob Dole and the Viagra.
I thought it was Pepsi.
Bob Dole's got a hard dick. That's right. You heard it here, folks.
And on that bombshell, that's it for this week's edition of Namely 90s. Remember, you can find new episodes out every Monday. Find us on Instagram, Bluesky, and YouTube at Namely 90s with 90s. Tell us what you want to talk about future episodes.
Tell us what you want us to talk about in future episodes.
If you'd like to support the show, please check out our Patreon on patreon.com/Namely90s, also with 90s. We promise better content. Finally, you can also contact us through our website, namely90s.com. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Audible, Bob Dole, Pocket Cast, Castbox, iHeart, Good Radio, Good Pods, and wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm Brandon. That's Andrew, and we'll catch you next time.
About